Sameach. Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Today we're going to celebrate the Festival of Lights together. And first, I want to look at light in relation to dark. We can't have light without darkness. I think there are several different kinds of darkness. We can close our eyes and experience one kind of darkness. We can imagine Joseph in the pit, and that's a different kind of darkness. And I suspect that each of us can recall a dark time that we went through.
Yeah, Fran, you're coming in a little quiet, and I think other people have to be muted too.
Oh,
There's
please.
an echo.
Okay, thank you. I will just mute everybody. Is that better? Okay, thank you. Thank you. And if you need me to be louder, I can turn my mic up. So let me know. So my suspicion is that we can all recall a time that was dark for us. And I certainly hope that each of us have emerged from that dark time. And as we emerged, we may have felt that we were coming into the light. For me, darkness is such an interesting metaphor. I can remember watching Westerns as a child with my older sister. And she explained to me that the guys who were wearing the white hats were the good guys, and the guys who were wearing the black hats were the bad guys. Now, that's just a fascinating societal way to teach racism, but I digress. But that's how we looked at it. You know, dark was bad. We often refer to depression as darkness, sometimes the long, dark night of the soul. So before we celebrate light, let's celebrate darkness. Darkness does not have to always be bad or to be feared. Darkness can also be warm and inviting and a place for reflection. The dark can give us a sense of safety. As a child, when I was frightened, I snuggled under my covers. I would pull them over my head, and I was in this warm, dark, safe place of my bed, and I knew that there was no way the monster could possibly find me. And sometimes in the dark, we have our best dreams. In Genesis, there was the void, the dark. There was night before there was day. Night came first, dark came before light. So I'm going to ask you to just settle in a kind of receptive way. There are two poems that I'm going to read to you as you're settling down. And each of these, I hope, may help you explore the value of darkness. So the first poem that I'm going to read to you is called Solstice Love Letter to Darkness. And it's by Adrienne Marie Brown. Darkness. Everyone lies about you, painting your face on tragedy. In the folds of the dark, I find room for my dreams. I learn to swallow light. I forget to be separate. I listen to my life. I steal away home. I learn the tongue of skins. I fall in love with the neighbor child wailing in the not yet morning. In the infinite dark, I feel ancient again, a kiss full of hibernation, a wilderness brushing back against my fingers, a fist full of bravado, a fertile world within. Darkness, in this pale time, we need all of the complexity you can breathe. And this from Wendell Berry. The name of the poem is To Know the Dark. To go in the dark with a light is to know the light. To know the dark, go dark. Go without sight and find that the dark too blooms and sings and is traveled by dark feet and dark wings. So now let's sit and with our eyes closed and resting in the dark that we're creating for ourselves, we can simultaneously see ourselves as the candle that brings light. So imagine our spines as the wick, tall and straight, and bringing light from our bottom all the way up the spine to our heads. And our heads can be the flame reaching up, 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 and maybe dancing a little. Rock your head back and forth as that flame dances on the candle. And our shoulders can be the wax, dripping, melting down. So as we sit, we're aware of the dark and the light. And I will leave you with the last line of Mary Oliver's When I Am Among the Trees. And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light and to shine. As we slowly come back to the room, I invite you to very gently and at your own pace open your eyes. And I'm going to play a wonderful Hanukkah song written by Peter Yarrow and performed by Peter, Paul, and Mary.
That answers some of those painful questions. It says, light one candle, candle on a menorah, the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah. Light a candle for decency, light a candle for hope, light a universal candle for peace. Light one candle for the Maccabee children, with thanks their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is in hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. And light one candle for those who are suffering, pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in, that anger not tear us apart. And light one candle to bind us together with pieces of song in our heart. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. That's valued so highly that we keep it alive in that flame. Oh, what the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain. Oh, we accomplish more, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the verdict, this is the promise, and this is what we will not fail. Don't let the light go out, it's lasting for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, it's lasting for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, don't let the light go out, don't let the light go out.